Hello, and in today's video we're going to be talking about guard crushing and getting free damage on your opponent when you can. In this game there are moves called unblockables, and they do what they pretty much say. I'll go through a few examples in training of what the main ones look like and what you can do with them. There are other options that go through guard and other methods of getting free damage as well, which I'll go over. On 4 of the characters it's pretty easy to do, that being Soul, of course, Raven, Valentine and Izuna. They have built-in moves that bypass guard and it leads to free damage. So what you want to do to make sure that it's working is just make sure that you've set it to type 1 so that they basically get out of any block strings as soon as possible, and guard so that, you know, they're guarding. Now, just to demonstrate, that will just go through a guard. So let's just say they're in the shop. They tend to be idle. It's a good sign. It's a good indication. When they're in the shop, they're just standing there and you're just eyeing them down with this. If they're like that, just go in, get free damage. Why not? Soul has also got built-in guard crushing combo, that being 5x, 2x, 5x, 5x. And once you do that, you can pretty much land a combo after that. Yeah, so literally just off a guard break, you can almost kill them. Other ones are like modern cancel string break, so you can just do something like, and that pretty easily breaks guard. Now, what I prefer doing is the flanking variant, so that's 5x, 2. Keep saying that. 5x, 4x, 2x, or 5x, 6x, 2x. So by doing that, you limit their options even more, because if they sidestep incorrectly, then you put them into a combo anyway. So doing that will break their guard, and now you get a free combo. I did that too slow, but you get the gist. That pretty much covers Soul. Let's go and move on to my next character. So we're looking at Raven. Again, just double check that guard and type 1 are set on, and just test it. Yep. So with Raven, what you want to do is pretty much that same sort of deal. If they're in the shop or they're being very defensive, it comes out very quickly, and then you can get free combo. And the free combo, when done correctly, looks something like that. Raven's not very good with the whole string into string to break guard, mainly because his normals don't really do that much damage. And at any point of this, they can sidestep out of it. It's not like Soul where they're hard locked down. You can also make use of his teleport. That's an unblockable. So if they're in the shop, you can just go for a punish and get some big boy damage. Another use of it as well is when using terrain to your advantage. Now, doing this in the open is very telegraphed, so Sin can just either sidestep, neutral jump, or even challenge it with their own normals, because the character will just auto-correct and lock on and just begin throwing out their attack. Let me just wait for these swordsmen to get in position. There they are. 1 second. So if I just turn Sin on to an aggressive state just for a second. You can use ghosts to like hide the fact that you're trying to get a teleport play on them. Like, it's much harder to see. Now, he successfully got away with that because of some swordsman body block, but you see the idea. You can just hide behind things, especially if you've got like a Charlotte or your own units or just anything massive that just blocks you. It just helps hide the fact that your teleport is very telegraphed. It's just another way to look for free damage, more or less. Again, if they're just blatantly in the shop, just do it. Like, they're not going to be able to do anything about it regardless. And then you get some free damage. Okay, moving on to Valentine.
Round 1. Let's rock.
She only has really one reliable method, and that is... Oh, wait a second. Just double check that that's on. Yep, so just test it. Yep, he's blocking. So, again, they're in the shop, just free lock 8x. And you can do something like this. Now, that wasn't the full combo, but it does a buttload of damage, and you do maybe 20 more damage if you did that correctly. I think her strings aren't strong enough to break guard. Yeah, like by the time you do all of that, they still guard it all and can sidestep at any point and break the guard. So yeah, that's what you want to do with Valentine if they're being highly defensive or in the shop. Moving on to Izuna. Now, out of the four with quotations easy guard breaks slash free damage, his is arguably the worst because it has very short range. Now, I won't be able to demonstrate it very well because the AI will just be standing here. It doesn't really do that much damage, but again, if they're in the shop, just throw that out and that's free damage. You can also do something like this. It's very hard to deal with that unless you neutral jump it and see it coming. And again, that could probably lead into a combo if you're lucky or in the right position. Don't do it too early like me. Yeah, oh, that doesn't actually work. Oh, so you have to basically spend 50% of your tension. Ugh, that's kind of rude. Oh, hang on, hold on, we're cooking. Don't know if that'll work, not gonna lie. Let me try another route. Wow, Izuna, why are you so tragic? Wow, that has timing to it. I'm learning as I'm trying to teach people. I screwed it up. Anyway, I want to test that, so I'll do that on my own. Anyway, that testing didn't go quite to plan. Also, a nice little thing you can do with Izuna is set up like fireball unblockables. So if you do this quite right, by the time they guard it, you just get the free the unblockable go through. A good way to set that up is just doing your 5x string into a fireball, following up with something like that. The spacing is a bit strict, like you have to be on the very cusp, because the fireball is going to get blocked by the time you get there. So there is a bit of spacing, but it's a good thing to know with Izuna to get some free damage as well when you're trying to apply pressure. Yeah, that pretty much covers Izuna, and again, I just want to go over this. That's a good option as well. If you time that correctly, you end up behind them. Recorder's curse, come on. You could probably get something better than that, but it's just to show you what you can do. Moving on to Kai. Now, he doesn't get it as free as the other four that have just been mentioned. His free lock doesn't guard break, but you can do something like that to get some free damage. He can kind of do well with his string pressure, so you can... That pretty easily breaks guard, and if they don't know how to sidestep Kai, then it's just free damage at the end of the day. Yeah. Unfortunately, my knowledge with Kai and guard breaking is very limited. I'm very much autopilot when I play this boy. Like, standard strings like this will just break guard. And if they don't know how to deal with it, then they just take free damage. Now, moving on to Sin. He suffers the same problem like father, like son. His 8x wouldn't break guard if I turn that on correctly. That's what I want. So he suffers the same problem, but he doesn't have to put as much doesn't have to put much tension into it. He can just do something like that. Although I don't know if that works. I think the AI just let that go through. I suppose you could do something like that. So 5Y modern cancel, and that's a really awkward combo to do actually. Ooh. Now I can't do it. Okay, it's not that strict. You have a big window to do it. Yeah, you could do something like that to break guard, I suppose, and go into a combo. It is actually tension heavy. I'm lying to you. I'm giving you misinformation. Now, I can't do the combo. Man, that's strict. Or has a really rough timing. Okay, you can do something like this. That's not bad, considering it's a couple of buttons. I mean, don't look at the attention bar, but yeah, that's something you can do. Okay, so I'm just going to leave a couple of practical examples for the next 2-3 minutes, just to see what these look like in actual matches. So just watch and see, basically. Ah, play. Play, damn you, play! I can't finish the job here because Tiramisu uses fear, which shuts me down. He's in the shop, punish. Using terrain here to hide my teleport somewhat, so it's harder for him to react. Just another example of punishing whilst they're in the shop. This just pretty much combines all of what we've just discussed. He can't attack because of the whole mentioned fear thing, so knowing that, I go for unblockable, because all he can do is block here. And then he goes in the shop straight away here, so I just finish the job with a teleport unblockable. Ow. Yes, ow indeed. What? A better example of it, really. Very good at taking on sidestepping.
The one time I landed correctly.
True.
No way. Oh my god.
The soul unblockable string.
Let you. That string is BS.
You can sidestep it, I'm just trash. The whole fireball unblockable setup. This one coming up is a better showing of it. Less window for him to do anything about it.
Recover in time. That'd be really disgusting if it did. It'd have a use.
It would be useful if it recovered quicker, not gonna lie. Thanks for watching, I hope that helps you out in your gameplay.